this your song, huh?
I will not beg you, please.
What's up?
Man, it's been too damn long.
It's been a good journey, though, you know.
It's been a good journey. This is episode
6.
6.
I know episode 5 was it had 2 parts to it, so this is 6, you know.
And to piggyback off of the 2-parter, y'all got to meet a group of friends that was close to us. People who we...
You said were. That
right.
are, you know, were
a group
past
of friends
tense.
that are very close to us. Of course, our circle can get bigger and it can expand like a balloon, but sometimes it got to shrink back down. But we hang out a lot. We do a lot of things together, and I was appreciative of them coming on here. Maybe next time, Brick could be a little bit more enthusiastic.
Yeah, she low key. If y'all saw the video, she was low key hating on me the whole video, like just
Side eyes.
give me side eyes, like I did something to her. And y'all saw me on camera taking up for her. You see what I get?
That's just Debo for you. That's how Brick get down. But shout out to all of them who came, Baby, Amira, Brick. You know, they helped us, and that was a great podcast. The second part, Friends.
It's actually one of our
best,
most viewed video.
most productive.
Yes. So
And to get that perspective, that was good. And, you know, that's what ultimately we wanted.
yeah.
So we learned from that. We're going to grow from that. And when we have our next set of guests, it's going to be more productive. It's going to be it's going to be very big, to say the least. But, yeah, that's where we finished off. If you haven't checked it out, go see it.
Go check the videos out and just catch up. Play catch up right now. Like
Definitely go on
episode 1.
YouTube.
We are growing each and every episode, and I think that's the best part about it involving. We want to be able to elevate. Make sure y'all go check that out by the Kingpin Sounds of a King. Streaming on all streaming platforms.
Nice way to push that promo in there. But that's what it's about, promo. Speaking of promo, we are sponsored by nobody. Hopefully somebody. Parrot Bay Rum. Y'all can sponsor us. Nike. You see my Barclays. Y'all can
Nike,
sponsor us.
Jordan.
Gold. The website, you can sponsor us. Coco Jones. No, I mean, y'all might as well go on a date already.
Tierra Marie.
Who that? Oh, one of the ex-members of Destiny Shop?
No. Tierra Marie, she was signed to Rock Nation, and she was supposed to be...
She wasn't ever in Destiny Shop?
No.
Oh.
No.
Oh, that's
but
the girl.
she became on she became the girl on Love and Hip Hop.
That's the girl from the lottery ticket with Bow Wow, the one that was the thought.
Tierra Marie. And she had that song.
I don't know.
I got myself a sponsor.
I never heard that, but hey, man, that's what y'all do.
on.
Tierra Marie, you can sponsor us. Maybe you could get some hits coming from this.
And maybe we can help you pay 50 Cent, you know?
Oh, wow. 50. Curtis Jackson.
Yeah.
You need to work on power, bro, because Tommy, that ain't it. You might as well just say Ghost is back and just boost your ratings, because it's
Yo, I'm going to be real. Now, I'm a fan of the Power universe, man. So I am dedicated to watching every episode. Tommy show doesn't do it for me. Like, I'm not connected to the characters. I feel like the acting is not all the way. It's like very subpar. It's just not giving what the other shows are giving, like Power Book, like Raising Kanan, even BMF. Like it's just
Listen,
but
I don't care if it's Power Universe, Powerhouse, Power 99, Power Rangers. Ain't nobody got time for that. That's all him.
Anybody got time for that?
Nobody. Just bring Ghost back. That's the cliffhanger, because nobody never found his body. Bring him back. He could work with his son. His son be about to die, and go save him, and then they make amends, and then happy family, but they battling. I don't know, but I don't care about all of that type of stuff. We not gonna talk about Power for y'all to start watching Power and give them more play. Y'all gonna start to watch us.
Yeah.
Y'all
Space
gonna start
the fuck out.
Y'all gonna start to engage, comment, like, subscribe, follow on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, all of that. Because guess what? when we get there and when we blow up, I don't want y'all to be like, oh my gosh, I could have been a part of it.
Oh my
I remember in
God.
the beginning days, way before you wasn't shooting with us in the gym. So come get in the gym with
shooting with us in the gym?
us. So come get in the gym with us.
Yeah.
Cause I'm not gonna beg you, like Bernie Mac say, I don't give a fuck. I'm not gonna beg you, but I would like for you guys to, be a part of this journey.
We really want y'all to start just engaging with our content. Again, we are still a growing podcast, and this is authentic. Like we friends, and our chemistry is just like out of this world. And I know for a fact that we're better than half of the podcasters out there.
Talk your shit.
They just got a bigger following, you know. But we gonna get there one day, and we appreciate everyone who has been supporting. And again, we're gonna constantly grow our audience and our fan base, and we're gonna remain humble. That's it.
Talk your shit, because I say all the time,
Yeah.
chemistry wise, people got that. You can laugh, you could joke, but once it starts to resonate and you get to a point where as though you can finish each other's sentence, we're on the same mind wave and the same telepath, and we got the same goals and aspirations, then it comes all natural to us, where I feel as though we can compete with anybody. I don't have on my Instagram, I probably got 300 followers, and out of them 300, I probably talk to 60 people. Do I care about that? No, I don't care about likes or nothing. I care about the content I put out, so I can go watch it, view it, and see how I grew. If I did have 1 million followers, like $1 million worth of game or the NBA players, of course, people gonna follow y'all because y'all in the NBA. But to compete with them, they can't check us.
They can't.
Wallow and Gilly, yeah, they got great chemistry. They, maybe, but Drink Champs, Nori don't want no smoke. Wallow and Gilly, I'm at your neck too.
We at your neck.
So I feel like if given that opportunity, we'll show. Eventually we'll get to that point to where as though Drake might be talking about us, but I ain't gonna come at Drake album because
we gonna get there.
We will, but I'm not getting on this. You ain't gonna Joe Button me.
Oh, you could Joe Button us.
No, not us. Him.
You could Joe Button
Aubrey.
us.
Send the owls. Out to get him and him
you could
only.
Joe
Aubrey.
Button us.
Team Aubrey. But no, for real. I mean, I can't wait till we get to that point. But until then, let's take this ride.
Let's take this ride.
We're gonna segue into this week. But first, for our accomplishments, everything that we got to, the places that we are, and where we're aspiring to, we'll drink to that. And that what Tasha say?
You talking about Tasha K?
No. Why did I get married?
I know. That was an inside joke. Yeah, she's a YouTuber. So
yeah, I don't know about no damn Tasha K. Tasha Mac. Tasha Washer. So all right, let's talk about music real quick. Since we was on the way to Drake and all of that type of stuff, we won't even start with Drake. Matter of fact, do you want to, or
we're not gonna start with Drake right now.
That's a big time.
Let's start on a good note. Usher is headlining their Super Bowl. So we already know the Eagles are going to be at the Super Bowl, so it's just good to just match that energy. And right now we're undefeated. Y'all hear that? Undefeated. But yeah, Usher is headlining the Super Bowl. What are we looking for in the Super Bowl? Like, we already know Usher's gonna bring it, but Usher has been getting a lot of attention with his Vegas show. Because his Vegas show has been going bonkers.
But we know why.
We know why. He Mr. Still Your Girl, and I'm not talking about Trey Songz.
Here we go. Here come Kiki.
He Mr. Still Your Girl. But at the same time, just like he's roller skating, he's doing all types of things, bringing out guests, interacting with the audience.
The entertainment aspect of it.
He is an overall entertainer, and to be honest, he should have been did it. But I'm glad he's getting his just dues. Is very well, I feel like he's one of the artists that's very unappreciated. We don't appreciate him enough. And I'm just glad. And he's also dropping his album that week, which is great promo, great job. Definitely looking forward to it. I know he has that song with 21 Savage and Summer Walker. That's doing pretty good on the charts. So shout out to Usher. I'm definitely looking forward to the show. You know, one thing I want to see in the Super Bowl that I'm sure everybody wants to see this. So, Usher, what y'all know about a Bad Girl? Super. So we know that performance, everybody thinks of Beyonce coming out just dancing. Like that whole, I want to see that. I just want to see a amazing show that Beyonce, she don't have to do nothing. She just dance. You know, just seeing a dance off with Usher and Beyonce from something we saw like over a decade ago, like that would be amazing just to see. And I know people are like, oh, we like Beyonce been on stage multiple times, but it's just like, I just want to, like, I want him to bring out people. Like, I really do. Yeah, we got to hear that. But what you want to see in the Super Bowl?
So, to piggyback off of that, Usher, the entertainer. The Super Bowl, sometimes it could be dry. I mean, the Weeknd had that Super Bowl with all the thousands of the weekends, and I didn't know what was going on.
Yeah,
I believe, you know, it was other people there that I was hype about, but I want the entertainment aspect. I want how Whitney Houston was, how Michael Jackson was, how Bruno Mars was when he had Beyonce. And like you said,
that was actually when Coldplay,
all of them.
Yeah,
so Chris Martin, Beyonce, and Bruno, and what's the name of Bruno Mars in them group?
I don't know the group part, but I know.
You know how he in the group with everybody. Well, I forgot that. I apologize, Bruno.
I don't think he's in a group, but those are his dancers.
But they call themselves a group. Whatever the case may be, they was all out there performing. They was battling against Beyonce and her girls. That was the entertainment aspect.
But also, Bruno Mars did it by himself too.
He did.
Yes.
And that took it to the next level. So you're right. I need to see Usher coming out there on skates because people want to see them skating. We want to see guests and all that. You could bring Lil Jon out. You know, you could bring the Beyonce out for Bad Girl. You could have all of this type of stuff to get the crowd going. Throw in a little bit of the, you know, some of the new album, a new song from it, just a little snippet
the
to
thing
get everybody going.
They got 15 minutes to put a whole catalog of music in. A whole catalog of music to put in 15 minutes.
So I think it should go based off the game. If the game is slow in the halftime, like you should prepare Usher to say, if it's a crazy shootout and the football game is going crazy and everybody hype about the halftime, you keep that momentum going and bring your bangers where everybody getting up dancing and the crowd going wild. If it's a little dry and all that, we need some picker-uppers where you might have to bring Beyonce out and have a dance battle or bring Chris Brown. Do the new Flame and with Rick Ross too?
Bro. We could keep Rick Ross at home. We can keep Rick Ross at home. No offense, Rick Ross. I got a lot of love for you.
Pepper my wings.
But I feel like, again, we talked about on the last episode, Chris Brown's very like unappreciated as well. And I know, allegedly, you know, Chris Brown had a little tussle with Usher.
Yeah, so bring it out. Reconcile.
But we definitely need Chris Brown on that stage. So make that happen.
New Flame.
And I know
go crazy.
Jay-Z, you're you know,
backing it.
You're backing a lot of the stuff.
As the kids say.
But Chris Brown needs to be on that stage. I don't care. Chris Brown needs to be on that stage. Like we gotta make it happen. Conversations need to be had, and y'all need to talk the bullshit out. We need Chris Brown on that stage.
Your girl. Don't she got a song with Usher? That's a banger.
Who?
Nicki Minaj and Usher. And Nicki Minaj about to come out with an album. So if Nicki came on the stage and did that, they would go crazy.
Oh, Nicki could do a Super Bowl too.
No. Let's not go there. Let's just bring Nicki out. You know. Let's not go there.
We got haters already.
Ush, I need you to bring it. Listen, I know you up there.
Oh, he gonna bring it for sure.
Ush, make this happen. Bring this one of the best Super Bowl performances in a while. But so Usher, I feel like he's gonna do good. You know, I'm anticipating the album. He does have some classics, and people say give him their roses. Females, I believe they deserve their roses. I say we're gonna give him his trophies. So we need to give him his trophies now because he is underappreciated.
Trophies.
No pun intended, right?
No pun intended.
He got a song.
And we're not going to that topic yet.
Okay.
But
what else though?
Well, Beyonce is
the greatest.
Of course, one one of the greatest
Mount Rushmore.
entertainers of our generation. But Beyonce is dropping a Renaissance movie. And allegedly it has the visuals for the album tied in with the movie. So I'm looking forward to it. You know, I got the Regal app, so you know I could actually, you know, get my tickets now if I wanted to.
And I heard them things is going crazy. It's people talking about, I ain't go to the concert, but I got my movie tickets. And
But the crazy thing is, I can't. You know, I'm a Regal member.
yes, Eric, we know.
You know, I have to pay for the ticket.
You're supposed to pay for the ticket. You don't get it for free. It's a movie. You still got to go patronize them. You don't get to go to the movies for free just because you're a member. Your member just gives you early access.
Yeah, but no. You know how I pay a monthly subscription.
Yeah.
So when I
But it's Beyonce. She not having that. I'm sorry.
She is like fuck out of here. You gonna pay up? So yeah, I gotta pay up.
Yeah,
I'm looking forward to it. I have recently been seeing videos just how it started and how it ended, and even we saw the evolution of Blue Ivy. You remember how everybody was talking about, oh, Blue Ivy is stiff, but you saw her progression, and now she's so confident now.
And at the end, she damn near better than the dancers.
No, she damn near better than her mom.
And I mean, as expected,
Yeah,
hopefully
like,
she would be better than her mom. But
yeah,
the
absolutely.
progression and the growth, it's going to be crazy for the movie. And of course, males can be a part of the beehive. You know, it's male bees, worker bees, killer bees. But I'm definitely gonna go. I'm not going to the movies to see it. I'll wait till it comes out on the Netflix or hopefully Peacock. Shout out to Peacock for having The Office on there. You could sponsor us too, Peacock. We could be on your network, your streaming. But the reason
Abbott
why
Elementary.
Yes. Abbott Elementary. I wish we could have her up here because Lord, we got some things for you to have in your new seasons.
Nah, for real,
Lord.
for real.
But no, Beyonce, when they came out on Netflix with the Coachella stuff.
Oh yeah, the Coachella.
Bruh, I watched that so many times just to see Beyonce struggling and getting sharper and getting tighter and just a little peek into their lives. Like, I like that aspect. Like Travis Scott with Astroworld. I watched his so many times to build up like, damn, how did they come up with this? So Beyonce's movie is going to be crazy. The reason why I wouldn't want to go to the movie theaters unless we go and we could catch it like at nighttime or after it, you know, people went, is because you're going to have this fake celebrities out there. You're going to have the thoughts in the city dressed up in they glamorous. That's really Project Runway. Project Runway.
The real show?
Exactly. No. Because they run the projects. That's why. No, because there's going to be too much celebrities and glitz and glamour just to go see Beyonce. And I don't want my show to be interrupted with people in there dancing and TikToking.
But it also goes back into, like, culturally, it's just like, that's in our DNA. Like, we did it for the Black Panther. Like, it was like, it's a whole movement. Like, you even see, like, people going to the Renaissance album wearing all silver or dressed up as Beyonce. Like, it's actually dope to see. Like, it's a cultural movement, and I like that. Even though I wasn't I could appreciate this album because my first couple of listens, I wasn't a big fan of the album. Like, when I listen to it back now, I'm like, all right, like, this was
Everybody go mute. Oh, you got
all right, say. You got to just say.
Shout out to America. She ain't know what we talking about.
But, like, you could hear her progression, and you could tell, like, no album sounds the same. You get what I'm saying? So, you know, as an artist, she is developing herself. And although I haven't been fortunate enough to see her, hopefully I get to see her before she literally retires, because she's at the age where she could just like, yo, I'm not doing this no more, you know. But hopefully we get that Destiny Child reunion and I could buy a ticket, because I need to see her live once. Like, you know, Beyonce, I'm not able to afford you, and I don't believe in paying for nosebleeds to see you on the screen. So I'm really like hood bougie. I would pay a good amount for tickets, but not thousands of dollars just to be up front. Like, so if you can, you know, give us some tickets, or, you know, I would gladly appreciate it, you know.
But yeah, Beyonce, shut shit down, do what you're supposed to do. I support you, Queen. Beyonce, or whatever they call you. I've been a fan. I'm always gonna be a fan.
Yeah,
But
for sure.
do your thing. I hope it's a great movie. Can't wait to see it. Maybe in theaters, maybe on a streaming platform, whatever the case may be. Carter family, keep doing your thing. What else though?
Well,
Aubrey,
yeah.
dare we talk about Drake?
So
I'm gonna keep it short. I don't like to listen to albums when everybody else listening to it because all I see on Instagram is catchphrases of what Drake say, what Drake say. I gave it one listen. At the first listen, I'm like, and I said it to you the next day, I like 2 songs, maybe 3 songs. And the craziest thing is the person that you gotta love to hate, Sexy Red, she made Rich Baby Daddy better because her voice is so distinct and funny and ratchet
for sure.
that it make you want to listen to that song. And it reminded me of Honestly Nevermind, because it made me start listening to that again. But then I gave it a second listen, and then I started to like a lot more songs because I gave it a chance to say, okay, Aubrey, where are you taking me? And then when I gave it a third listen, some songs started to pop up, and I heard, because I never knew that on one of the songs he was coming at Rihanna neck, and A$AP Rocky.
Yeah.
So I'm like, what the hell people talk about him worried about Rihanna? Then
We're gonna
I
say
heard
allegedly because we
it ain't
don't.
alleged. No, it ain't alleged because it went from anti to anti.
Yeah.
And he said anti, and then he said, ho, let me stop. So he came at their neck, and that's Aubrey for you.
That's Aubrey. This is the thing about Drake. Like, I listened to the album a couple times, and to be honest, I still don't believe that it was a cohesive album. And I do feel like these are tracks from multiple albums, and he just held on. He was like, all right, I'm gonna just come up with some for all my dogs. And I just don't feel like the album was cohesive, and I don't feel like the songs were memorable. I don't believe besides the
For the dogs.
meow for the cats. I don't believe besides the Sexy Red record, I feel like J. Cole did his thing on the record.
Oh, yeah.
But I don't feel like the features be like, damn, like I don't feel like the beats weren't all the way there. I just felt like it wasn't there. And again, we have to stop dropping albums with 23 songs. Like these albums are too long and they're boring. And that's just my take on Drake's album. It wasn't the Drake that we expected
And accustomed
you
to.
know. And I'm totally fine with him growing with music, right? We got that with the house music. But for someone who dropped 5 albums within 2 years, it's just like I understand where Drake probably any artist gonna be sensitive about this shit, right? And about their craft. I'm sensitive about my shit. So I get it. But you got to know, as an artist, you open the gate, because this is what you sign up for. You open the gate for critiques, right? And I do feel like Drake is a person, he likes to throw shots, and this the type of people, like, and I told you this from the Elliot Elliot Wilson, I believe. He had this interview with Elliot Wilson, well respected, and I just think Drake doesn't take accountability for anything he does and any of the slick stuff he does. And I'm starting to feel like he is very calculated. Like even with the Rihanna thing, you know, I'm trying to say allegedly, but everybody pointed that out. But you call Joe Budden a failed rapper, or
He is.
you know, but at the same time, it's like, oh, he basically tried to diss him and say like, yo, his word is not, his critiques is not relevant. It doesn't matter, which that's what Joe Budden does. He critiques music. Like that's part of what he does. And you open yourself to the floodgates when people are critiquing your music. You can't get mad that he is critiquing your music. Now, how he worded it and putting younger people, when he was like, oh, he with Kai, sent like Drake. I feel like Drake always embraced the younger younger cats. He always uplifted them. But what the thing is that I feel like Drake can be selfishly a hypocrite when he does things, and then like the diss at ASAP Rocky and Rihanna, they're out here living their best lives. Like, what are you doing? Just making diss tracks? Like, for what? Nobody's bothering you. But when somebody do it to you, you want to cry wolf. Like, I just feel like he's very, and we get it. We're all sensitive in a way, but he's very sensitive when it comes to certain things said about him. But he goes back and diss people who doesn't even say anything about him. So it's just like it's kind of weird. Like,
I feel like everything that you were saying, I was clicking on. I might be a little biased about two points that you made, but an artist being sensitive about their stuff, correct. Aubrey with the 23 songs, correct. Was the album cohesive? No. You can't go from Nothing Was the Same or
everybody say Nothing Was the Same was his best album, and I agree.
One of them, but the albums that led up to, you had the most amazing intros in the world. This intro not bad, but Drake, we're used to this level of Drake. The beats and all that, like you said, Rich Baby Daddy with Sexy Red should have been on Honestly Nevermind. You can't come out with house party music, Honestly Nevermind, and then at the end of it, the song with 21 Savage, you like, yo, Drake killed this shit. This is the Drake we want to hear.
Yeah.
Then you came out with the 21 Savage and Drake album. Okay, yeah. you got some bangers.
And that was a good album.
It was a good album.
That was a good album.
Then you come out with this, and it's like you all over the place. Are you doing this because you about to come out with like the greatest Drake album of all time? Because right now, I just paid a $700 bill. Where we went for your birthday to eat? What steakhouse? Downtown on 16th Street.
You know I'm terrible.
Whatever it's called.
Yeah.
I'm not paying a $700 bill for this man to have, as we celebrate his birthday, me, him, and the mayor, a $200 steak. And then afterwards, you like, but damn, is McDonald's open? Because I'm still hungry. Drake, you left us wanting more. For the dogs, these dogs need to eat. That dog food wasn't what it was supposed to be. And Aubrey, he trying to say you were, never mind.
No, I'm not.
Listen.
Definitely not.
Drake, it was all over the place and all of that. In regards to the coming at people and all that, I don't know if this is your ploy, if you want the marketing, if you want the smoke to say, okay, you need that momentum, you need that inspiration to come out with something crazy to say, oh, I dare ASAP Rocky to come at me, or, you know, you beefing with Holly Berry and this person and that person. Aubrey, I don't know what your niche is. I know you had the young boy on there, your son, and he was rapping on one of the albums. I'm songs. I'm like, oh, that's cute and all of that. First person shooter was great, but like he said, the features on here that didn't get it for me. I don't want to hear Lil Yachty. No disrespect, Lil Boat, but you can stay over there. I'm not trying to hear Yeet. SZA and Sexy Red and J. Cole were the only features on that album to me. I feel like it could have been better, and I wanted more from you, but I'm going to let you cook because you're working on something that I'm hoping for. I just feel like he's like LeBron. We get to a point to where as though we see so much greatness out of LeBron that when he shoots the air ball or he has a bad week, oh, he washed, this is over. He not the same.
No, Drake, let me put this here. Drake is one of the greatest rappers of this generation, and we know he's the GOAT, and I think the expectation is so high for him because he dropped so many. This is his like 13th album. It's a lot of albums where it's just like, and it's a lot of albums where we just like, he's feeding his fans, but sometimes you oversaturate in the market. You're going to sell regardless, Drake. You're going to sell regardless. And I know he did a recent interview saying he's going to take a break. He want to focus on his stomach, his health. So this is the time. And I always tell artists, like, take the time to relax and build and reflect and be like, yo, get inspired again. Because again, when you're in something, like even me, like I'm just taking a mental break, so I can get myself together and feel more inspired. But I do feel like Drake needs to just take a step back, and we can miss Drake. Drake doesn't have to drop an album until 2026. Like, he might could hop on a feature here and there, but I do feel like I don't want another Drake project until 2026, and I need it to be 15 songs or less. Like whatever Drake does is going to sell, right? It doesn't matter if it's corny, if it's ass. If he drop an album 2 weeks from now, it's going to sell. But I think we're a little tired, like, and maybe this is part of his deal. Like he got to drop. That's why he's been dropping so many albums, because like he's not trying to do this for too much longer. Like he's trying to relax. So maybe that's part of it. But again, I do want Drake to just sit back, relax, take a chill pill, and again, we know he's great, but he don't have to drop albums every 6 months to stay relevant. Drake is in a category of his own. Drake, Kendrick, and J. Cole. We don't pin y'all against each other, and I like that Kendrick. I like that J. Cole takes time to put out albums, because then we appreciate the craft. We don't appreciate me. Yeah. Make sure y'all go download and stream on Sounds of a King. Drake, you could listen to it as well. Hopefully you can feel inspired and maybe do a remix. I would love that. Again, if you could get, all right, I ain't gonna say. All right, but look, Drake, take a break. We love you. And I'm just critiquing it because I had to listen to it, right? I can't review your music if I don't listen to it. So it's just part of it. I wasn't a fan of the album, but you're the GOAT. You're one of the GOATs of the generation. So we appreciate you, and hopefully 2026, less than 15 songs or less.
That's him. You can come out with an album when you're ready. But what's the name of this album?
For all my dogs.
Or for the dogs?
For all the dogs.
Speaking of that, let's talk about some real dogs. Let's talk about some relevance. And that's them Eagles.
I'm trying to sound like a eagle.
Space the fuck out of the week. What was that? Yo. Sorry.
Oh.
I apologize. Look, the bucket then came off. The dreads. I don't know. I apologize. But listen, Eagles, y'all had some close games. The overtime game, remember I was on some hating, trying to get you riled up.
Tell them about that real quick.
That game we was watching, and I'm like, oh, y'all gonna win, don't worry about it. But they about to drive. They about to come down. They about to throw a game-winning touchdown. They about to go to overtime. He was pissed off. I know the Eagles had the city going crazy until one of the greatest. Matter of fact, the Eagles always have great kickers. Y'all had some great kickers throughout the history of time. But until he brought it home that last game, and it was like, that was scary because it could have not went undefeated so far, being 5-0. But then this week, I really want them to get better at certain things. Jalen made some questionable decisions. He had a scoring drive where he could have really punched it in, but he threw an interception when he threw short, and he got a first down and a pass interference early in the game and did the same play. Okay, but he brushed that off. I love his evolution because he's getting to a point where he could brush things off, focus on the future, and he came back strong. AJ Brown, you played a hell of a game. If I had the money, Lord knows I need the money and I need my blessing.
I'm about to get his jersey.
Paid for your cleats. You're fine. Them pink cleats was all that. But AJ Brown, you was busting ass this game. Your boy,
absolute DeAndre Swift.
He's the man.
Yeah.
And listen, Eagles is them boys.
Prior to this year, since the Eagles won the Super Bowl in
a long time ago.
18, was it?
It 2019. Was a long.
All right. Oh, you ain't shit. You ain't shit. Since the Eagles I've been watching the games faithfully. So all my haters out there, especially Chef Boy Noel, you was on some hating shit in that group chat. I don't care. I've been watching those games. Now I know 5 players. Now, granted, I just watch football for the game. I don't really be paying attention to who is this, but I know 5 players right now. So I know Jalen Hurts.
Here we go.
We already know. We have AJ Brown, Kenneth Gainwell, and DeAndre Swiftly. Oh, I only know 4 right now, actually. So I'm gonna just take those 4 right now with a grain of salt right now, because the next video I'm gonna know more. But this is progression for me, you guys. Like I'm knowing team names, and my principal also, shout out to my principal. She said she's gonna try to get me to meet AJ Brown. I don't know what kind of connect she have, but AJ Brown,
damn,
I'm a
that
fan.
she gonna get us. The hell, you better let me know so I can come
I also
got
to get a
Aggerty.
Yeah, right. I also got to get a
Jersey,
an Eagles jersey, and it's either gonna be the cliche is just like Jalen Hurts. Shout out to Jalen Hurts, you doing amazing things out here, and
Jordan
I appreciate
Brand.
you. But it's either gonna be AJ Brown or
some Jordan
DeAndre
ones.
Swiftly. Just like, and I might say, cause we had an argument. Not an argument, but a disagreement about Nick Foles. But we ain't gonna get into that conversation
Shout
right
out
now.
to Nick Foles.
Yeah.
The reason why the city got that Super Bowl. The reason why the next season they almost had that Super Bowl again. Nick Foles doing what you're doing. Shout out to the Eagles. Of course, I'm a Giants fan, and we looking bad.
Yeah.
It's a lot of people on free agency. Go get them.
And shout out to those Cowboy fans. Y'all lost. Ha ha.
I don't care about the Cowboys. We ain't talking about the Cowboys. But we going to focus on the positive, which is the Eagles. Y'all doing an amazing job. Goddard, y'all tight end, he up there with me to Jason Witten. That boy do what he got to do. He one of y'all best players. We got to Eagles, y'all. I said we. I apologize, New York. Eagles got to do better with closing out and putting a foot on the throats. But I'm great. And I'm happy with seeing what they doing. The game that y'all need to worry about is San Francisco. Because they undefeated too. And they not coming to play. And that is going to be a clash. And that day, I might have to don a jersey.
Guess what?
I don't know if it's going to be a San Francisco 49ers jersey or it's going to be an Eagles jersey.
It's going to be Eagles for me because y'all ain't winning.
Well,
look at my face. Y'all not winning.
Kittle said he ain't having that. But that's nor here nor there. That's going to be a great game. We will be talking about that. But the Eagles are doing their thing. Shout out to the Eagles, of course, and everything that y'all do for the city, especially Jason Kelsey. Jason Kelsey, he's one of the all-time
Jason
greats.
Kelsey?
Yeah, especially him. So if somehow, some way we can make it happen, I'm going to see if we can get that going down for
if y'all want to sponsor
FPP.
us, like we need one of y'all on this show, and we could talk about football. I don't know too much about football, but we could get into some things.
Honestly, y'all don't even got a sponsor. If we were lucky or blessed enough to have a guest, that would be the clickbait. That would be the clout chasing that we would need for people to say,
help us build
take
our
us to the next
brand.
level.
Come on, y'all.
But I mean,
come on.
I'm not begging none of y'all, because what Bernie Mac say?
Look, I'm like Brandy. I'm begging and pleading.
Nah, that's that man over there. But sports wise, that's all that really matters to me. Nobody care about Damian Lillard going to the Bucks. Who cares? So what? Nobody care about that. We focusing on the positives, and the positives is the city of. Shout out to the Phillies who are in the playoffs, busting ass, doing what they supposed to do.
And guess what? They blamed me and my principal last year for the Phillies losing the World Series. Now, granted, we did not want them to win that game where if they won, they would have won the World Series because everybody was going to call out that day. And we could not function in school where everybody call out just because the Phillies won. So we wanted them to win on that following
So you need to
Monday.
apologize to them.
Oh, I'm not apologizing anything. Y'all better y'all did this. Y'all did this. Especially when Jasmine Sullivan sang that national anthem and y'all lost the damn game.
He's not a real baseball fan, so he don't appreciate baseball. I do. Phillies.
It wasn't my
I
fault.
apologize. The great legends, the John Crooks, the Lenny Dykstras, the Darren Daltons, the Mitch Williams, we apologize.
The Crawfords.
The Ryan Howards, we apologize for his nonsense. But Phillies, do what y'all got to do.
Yeah, we need a day off too. So Phillies and the Eagles. Woo! All right.
Let's get into the main topic. Let's come around third base and we bringing it home. Let's talk about
what we talking about.
The social media aspect of the world that we living in. And that social media aspect, because we take notes, people.
Yeah,
this is not
taking
just something
notes.
that we just wasting y'all time or wasting our time. We
so
take
clout
notes.
chasing, media perception, incrimination.
The gift and the curse of social media. Clout chasing, media perception, incrimination, false sense of identity. So you could touch on 2 topics, no pause. We ain't touching nothing. You can speak on 2 topics and I speak on 2 topics. For me, I want the false sense of identity and media perception. So you can start with clout chasing. They do anything for clout. Hey, they do anything for clout. Who song was that?
No, it is. No.
That was Cardi, right? Cardi was in that with Offset. I just want to make sure we know Cardi reference. The Bronx boogie down.
With honestly, with the clout chasing, like I'm a person who do I care what fans have to say? Do I feel like we all get emotional? We're not like, we're humans. So with the clout chasing, I just feel like you give people, if you give people energy, you're giving that clout chaser energy to become bigger because you gave them the platform to do it. I do feel like everybody's clout chasing nowadays. It's just like everybody's trying to be someone that they're not because it gets them views, it gets them likes, it gets them engagement. That's the whole point of social media. Like everybody wants to be a star, right? Mm-hmm. But everybody doesn't know what being a star comes with.
And everybody don't want to put the work in.
Everybody don't want to put the work in, but also it comes, you build this person, you're building a person that maybe that's not actually you. You got what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And to be honest, like I feel like clout chasing is more like someone who just says dumb shit that doesn't make any sense. Like, oh, like for instance, I'm not gonna use this as an example. Oh, Nas is a terrible rapper because he has no Grammys. Like everybody's gonna be so tuned in to like, what the fuck you talking about, bro? Like what? Because they don't have no Grammy. Like that's what nowadays social media, like everything is based off your accomplishments, right? So many people out here don't have Grammys. I don't think Snoop Dogg has a Grammy. Nicki doesn't have a Grammy.
Oh wow.
Nas just won his first Grammy.
Oh boy.
But it's a lot of people who put in a lot of work where they don't have the accomplishments, that they don't have that Grammy. They have every other award but had no Grammy. And when people say things like that, it just causes conversation because they already know it's going to get engagement. So if I say Drake is a terrible rapper, right? I might say Drake is a terrible rapper. He makes terrible music. It's going to get engagement because people going to say, what the fuck you talking about? But I know it's going to get me engagement. I know Drake's not a terrible rapper, but I'm going to just say some bullshit so I can get the engagement. You got what I'm saying?
And the Drake stands is gonna then tune in because they want to see something to hate and comment, and that's gonna make our numbers rise. And Are we clout chasing for the wrong things? Are we really about to break down another person and lose our integrity just for the numbers and all of that?
That's what people do.
Hell no, we not doing that. I'm not doing that.
I'm not doing it.
That's not authentic. And that's corny.
I would say your opinion about something, but that, like, I can never